Hello everyone, welcome to another video, and in this one I'm going to talk about a concept which I think is absolutely key when it comes to developing and improving as a person. Now, I believe one of the most important things in life when it comes to achieving absolutely anything is taking action. It's the fact that we learn by doing. Right? Without taking action, nothing can be created or changed whatsoever, and consequently, I want to analyze the root cause. So what are some of the psychological barriers to taking action in life, but also the opposite? What is a mentality that can help us to start take action? So in the background of this video, I'll be showing the painting process of the digital painting I made called The Thief. If you enjoy it, feel free to check out my Instagram page for other artworks. So let's dive right into the video. So firstly, let's talk a bit about the mental blocks that exist when it comes to taking action. I think that fear of inadequacy, otherwise known as the imposter syndrome, is something we are all very familiar with. Whether we're applying or starting a new job or any kind of activity, if we're relatively self-conscious individuals, which I assume you are if you're watching this kind of content, then you will know this feeling. This feeling can also be explained as fear, because no one wants to be seen as inadequate or seen failing. Now, why do we feel this way? We feel this way because we rationalize the fact that we may have very little experience compared to people who are doing this job, and consequently there is a fear of failing to perform to these expectations. There could also be a fear of judgment by others mixed into this. And fear has the problem of being a very paralyzing emotion. And this is actually true even in a physical sense, where you'll notice that animals and humans tend to freeze when they're scared of something. But here in this scenario, fear is more insidious, because it's not creating an outright physical freeze. However, it may be blocking you from taking that first step to applying for the job, or to speaking to this specific person, or signing yourself up to this class that you want to be doing. And this paralyzing effect is making you, essentially, not take action and potentially miss out on important things for you. Now, how can we overcome this? So, let's take a look at some solutions. Now that we understand that our thoughts are some of the reasons why we are paralyzed into inaction and into not making the decisions we feel like we should be for our own growth, let's try and think what we can actually do to overcome this. The first step is always awareness. Without the awareness of a problem, we can't fix it. We are now aware of this problem, we understand why it happens. So the mental trick that there is to understand here is that in order for anyone to have reached the position you aspire to, in this example of where we're starting a new job and we're too scared of starting this new job, well, if you look at anyone who have reached this position that you're aspiring to, they have also had to start as beginners, and they have also had to face their own paralysis. The problem here is, as a beginner, you're comparing yourself to people who have had years of experience in whatever domain you're looking at. Consequently, you're overinflating their skills and underinflating your own. So if you understand fundamentally that everyone starts somewhere and there's no other choice than to begin at some point, then the fear of incompetency and being a beginner will start removing itself. And I think the key here is owning the fact that you're not yet at the level you'd want to be. However, you'll only achieve this level if you start to actually take the required action. And in life, one of the most important concepts when it comes to developing and growing is having a very firm understanding that you learn by doing, by putting things into practice. So let's dive in this specific subject right now, learning by doing. So there's countless times in life where, from a personal experience, I don't feel motivated to do something. I feel completely blocked or at lost as to where to start. And here a good example is the drawings I do. They require creative thinking and active work in transforming the idea I have in my mind into pen and paper. Well, there are many times when I don't feel like I have any ideas, or that I am blocked and therefore I'm super tempted to completely stop advancing. I'm very tired of trying to find this idea, right? And this will leave me stuck. However, if I just block myself an hour in my diary to spend time on it, and I actually spend this hour working on it, thoughts will automatically start happening, right? I'll automatically start finding solutions, new neuroconnections will form as I am consciously spending time on this activity. And this is true really for any problem we work on, right? And having this inner understanding that whatever problem you're faced, and you may not have a solution right now, but if you start actually putting in the time and effort to tackling it, you will find small step-by-step solutions, small answers, and really fundamentally understanding this is absolutely key, because it means that you can actually achieve almost anything you put your mind to. And more importantly than that, it means that you're removing this paralyzing fear aspect we talked about earlier, which is stopping you from taking the action required for your own personal growth and well-being. So to me, this is really the key point, is you feel like you are completely uninspired, you feel like you have zero clue how to tackle something, but if you actually just block an amount of time, put conscious thought and effort into this, answers will start happening almost automatically. And if you fundamentally understand this, you essentially remove the paralyzing fear aspect which impedes you from taking any action. So there we go, guys. I want to keep it quite short. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one.